Well, today's tractor calamity is going to be my McCormick Deering 1020. And apparently Fluffy is going to be my feline assistant for this project. This tractor I don't believe I've ever had on my channel before. I don't think there's anything too special about it. It's just a regular old 1020 McCormick. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. This tractor was at a show recently, and it became obvious that some rust particles in the fuel tank were letting loose and plugging up the fuel system. And apparently also it was having some cooling issues. So the cooling system is going to have to get flushed out, which again, not a huge deal, but it's got to be done. Obviously here it's got to be done before winter, because right now there's just water in there after a preliminary flush at the show. So we'll get that drained out in a while here and flush it out real good, and we'll try it again. But for starters, we can take this fuel tank off, flush it out real good, get to going on putting a sealant in there. You got to disconnect our starting tank from the shutoff valve. All right. Okay. Gotta see about getting this off before we, oh actually that is coming out amazingly well. I'll take it. I think we'll be in pretty good shape here. Let's get to flushing this thing out though. Yeah, there's a lot of little rust particles coming out of there. We're just gonna keep doing that. Well, I'm going to flush it a couple more times, and we'll leave it sit here to kind of evaporate some of that water out. While it's drying, then we'll turn and work on the cooling system of this tractor. There's Arthur. Well, we got a couple things going on here. One of them is just a simple fact that there is, let me get you so you can see it here. There's some string from the edge of this belt that's kind of building up back here. And that's kind of a no-no. So, see if our needle nose can remedy that situation. Alright, I did that first because when I turn loose this cooling system and let all that water that's in there drain out, I don't really want to be standing in that water while I'm trying to undo this strings that were wrapped up in there. This hose looks like it's seen better days. I may have to see if I've got any more of that diameter on hand. There's a decent chance that I do. There we go. I saw a couple remnants of fiberglass insulation come out, which would imply rodent nest of some sort at some time. It's been completely sealed up as long as I've had it, but I guess let's go get that garden hose, start flushing out both directions here if we can. Guess you all have to tell me, or I'll have to watch the video to find out if much of anything came out. But, like I say, I see some fiberglass insulation. That wasn't in there from the factory. So, I'm pretty confident it happened before this machine came to this house. Because there are a certain number of felines around here. They do a pretty good job on keeping the mice down. Sometimes, I guess, it's better to be lucky than good. Those hoses that I was sent for the John Deere B that were the wrong size, that frustrated me so much last winter, are the perfect size for this. So it's one of those, I can put this back together with a new, well, new-ish hose, and it doesn't cost any money. It doesn't mean a trip to town or ordering parts and waiting for stuff to show up. I kind of like that. Doesn't always work out that well, but today I think that part is good. Let's put some water in here, check for leaks. I don't think we'll have any leaks. I mean, it wasn't leaking before, and the only thing we really touched is this hose. We put a new hose on there, and yeah, I don't expect issues. She's now flushed out with acetone. We'll let that drain for a little bit more. And then we just kind of got to let that acetone evaporate, which does not take long, but I'll give it longer than necessary before we get this fuel sealant in there. So we're using the exact same stuff that we did in Cola RC Alice, but we're using it for a different purpose. Alice had a little bit of a pinhole, a couple pinholes. I don't remember if she had rust or not, but this is really just to kind of seal any loose rust to the outside of the tank so that essentially it can't plug up our fuel system anymore. I've had extremely good luck with this product, with this exact issue, so I'm sure it'll do the same for us here again today. Acetone is no doubt evaporated, so got the drain hole plugged so we don't get any of this crap in the threads. We are ready, I guess, to fill her up. Yeah, just like the last time, I'm going to stir this. Whether it needs it or not, I'm going to stir it. Doesn't appear that it's separated at all. Yeah, I think we're good. Here's product that I'm using. Red Coat fuel tank liner. Usually this is a quart jar or quart can. You can usually figure 1 quart will do a tractor tank. You get into some of the larger tanks, you may want a little bit more, but you may also have some left over when you're done. Put this in to protect these threads. And now it's just really simple. I want to coat every part of the inside of this tank. Here's a funnel we use to put this red coating in the gas tank. Rather than cleaning it up immediately, I found the easiest way is to actually let it dry like it has now. And you're able to just grab a hold of it and peel it away, almost like a Band-Aid that doesn't hurt. When you're done, you're clean, no mess, just simple. get some gas. That way we can check for leaks. Maybe even take her for a drive. Well, let's see what happens here. If she'll fire up for us. It should, but set the impulse. Turn the gas on. All right. Set our spark and throttle. Stop to pester Fluffy for a little bit because he's a good helper. Looks like we're good here. Choke. Why don't you come out of gear? There we go. I don't know what that was all about. The choke is on. Spin her once or twice with the choke. Shut the choke off and see what happens. Well, let's get this water drained out. I think our cooling issues have been resolved. So I know there's still some water in this system. We didn't get 100% of it out. But I think I'm gonna dump a gallon of concentrate antifreeze in without mixing water in. And then I'll start adding 50-50. And once it's been ran a few times and had that circulated, then I can test it and see if it's needs a little more concentrate or not. This gallon is unopened, and it is a concentrate. So. Yeah, we're pretty full, but I got enough room in there that I can add more to potentially strengthen up that mixture. But I think that's where we're going to end this one. So we do have a tractor that is, well, the cooling system's been flushed and is back to being reliable. We've got antifreeze back in it. We've got our fuel tank lined so rust won't be an issue anymore. It's proven that it's still alive and well tractor. So thanks for joining me on this quick adventure. I'm sure this tractor will be on my channel again at some point, but it's certainly not one of my daily drivers. So anyhow, we'll catch up with you later.